Hello and welcome once again to the ILT Southland SportsAwards for 2020. We're coming to you virtually this week from the Ascot Park Hotel. We're still recognising the best of the best from the past 12 months in Southland sport. And once again, I'm Angee and this is Nick Jeffrey. Nick, great to see you again.
And back at you, Ange, as well too. Great night last night. Recognised three real stalwarts of Southland sport. Was a big night for athletics. They doubled up. Dwight Grieve winning for his efforts at the Kepler Challenge, among other great Masters performances. Phil Hartley for his administration of athletics, and of course Jeff Walker. What a great man he is for the sport of football in the Deep South as well. So great to recognise those three, and I reckon there's three more very worthy recipients coming tonight.
Oh, you bet there is. So we're starting off tonight with the Southland Kia Team of the Year. We're also going to look at the Coach of the Year from Ricoh, also another of our Sports Southland Services to Sport Awards, and first up, the Kia Team of the Year. So to find out who the finalists are, let's head down to Southland Kia and Rick Morrell.
Thanks guys. Southland Kia is once again excited to be part of the Southland Sports Awards and very honoured to be dishing out the Southland Kia Team of the Year award. So let's take a look at the finalists.
First up, the Eastern Southland Senior Netball Team. Despite it being many a year since Eastern has fielded a representative netball team, the Donna Wilkins coached 2019 senior team managed to create a piece of magic in a short period of time on the way to claiming the inaugural South Island Senior Championships. A fairy tale ending from the Eastern Southland Senior Netball Team.
Our second finalists are the Southland B Rugby Team. Southlanders love a bit of success on the rugby paddock, and the Mel Dermody and Ben McHugh coach development side certainly provided that last winter on the way to winning the South Island title. Over the past several seasons, the side has worked hard to lay a foundation for Southland rugby, helping promote players to Mitre 10 Cup and Super Rugby. A rocking good effort by the Southland B Rugby Team.
And the Cycling Southland Elite Men's Team Sprint. The names Nick Kirkazoo, Tom Sexton and Connor Shearing are well known in New Zealand cycling, and this world-class combination was always going to be too strong for the competition in the team sprint at the National Championship. Lapping up another national title, the Elite Men's Team Sprint.
Another classy field of team performances there, but the Kia Team of the Year for 2020 is the Cycling Southland Elite Men's Team Sprint. Now, of course, they're scattered all around the country, so Nick caught up with this impressive threesome earlier today.
Well, we've got 2/3 of the Southland Kia Team of the Year with us. Connor Shearing, unfortunately, due to commitments, can't be with us, but Nick and Tom, congratulations, boys. Well done on taking out Team of the Year. Tom, let's maybe start with you. Of course, both of you boys have worn the black skin suit, as has Connor, as we know, but how important is it to represent Southland, I guess, which has been such a key part of your guys' build-up as athletes?
Oh, it's great to still be able to ride for Southland. You know, me and Kirgy have both moved to Cambridge, where we have to be based in the national program. So to still be able to have this sort of ties to our homeland during national competitions is really cool. You see a lot of athletes move up to Cambridge and then they swap to Waikato and you're like, what's going on here? But Southland proud, you know, we stay at home. We've got a good couple of guys up here from Southland. So it's always got a good bit of banter when we can beat the other guys in the squad in the Southland skin suit.
And Nick, I suppose in this one, nothing wrong with beating the Waikato Bay of Plenty boys in their own backyard, as you did at the Elite Champs, eh?
Yeah. I think, I've run the team sprint a couple of years now. I can't remember how many years we've won it, but yeah, it's always a bit of fun to swap over from endurance and come to the sprint and have a crack at it. So yeah, it was a bit of a chuck together this year with Tommy and Connor. I think Bradley was originally down and then he had different plans and then we just kind of chucked it together and had some good rides. So no, it was awesome.
I was going to say, Tom, for you to have a national team sprint title, on your CV now, you've got to be stoked with that, haven't you?
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of funny. So I think I have more national sprint titles than endurance titles over my years. So coming through juniors, you'd always do the team sprint as part of just racing. It's just another thing to add to the list, I guess. It's pretty cool though, it's a bit of banter when we show up to the track and me and Kirgy are wearing the national champs skin suit and just go to the sprint boys, oh, what are you doing here? What are national champs and all of that sort of stuff. So it's cool and it's just a bit of bragging rights, I guess, and all.
Can you talk us through the night, Nick? Because both you boys, I think, were involved in the team pursuit as well too. So it was it was last day of the of the elite championships as well too. So the old legs would have been a bit just tired enough, were they?
Yeah, well, we'd done the Omnium, and then we'd done a few of the other individual events, and Omnium, Kilo, I think, can't even remember the Madison. That might have been later in the night, but yeah, we kicked off the day with the team pursuit qualifying, and can't remember where we qualified in that, but Connor, Tom, and myself were in that. And then, yeah, we did the qualifying for the team sprint. So we had 2 final rides we had to back up in the night time as well. So it was a very big, eventful day on the last day of the National Championships.
And a successful one at that too. Hey, I guess the question now is what happens next? And Tom, before we started, we were having a quick chat. Obviously from an Olympic qualification for both you guys being in the mix was such a key focus. I guess now it's a real reset, really, in all respects, isn't it? I suppose for both you guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's I guess it's just putting everything back another 18 months. So you just view yourself as we were 18 months ago, and you go, right, we've got to go from there again to the Olympic Games in 2021 now. So I guess that's just the whole making the whole team stronger. Me and Kirgy are part of the team pursuit. So, we've got 7 guys gunning for the spots, and we're just trying to beat the best in the world, I guess. The boys got second at the World Champs this year, and Southland, Corbin Strong was in that squad. So that puts the whole squad in a good place heading into this next 18 months or so.
And Nick, for you, same sort of situation, obviously?
Yeah, with the extension, it's been an interesting one. Like, we've had a couple of experimentation phases through lockdown and stuff, so we're seeing some real big gains in the gym, on the road. So, it's opened up another window, you would say, and we're getting some good technique and good strength emphasis work out of it. So, everyone's in a pretty good boat at the moment.
Good to hear, boys. Hey, listen, well, congratulations. Always good to check in. Been another big year for both of you. I know that, and fantastic to see it recognised with the Southland Kia Team of the Year for the Cycling Southland Team Sprints elite efforts earlier in the year up in Cambridge. Well done, boys, and good luck for all that happens over the next 12 months or so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And pleasure now, we've been able to track him down. Connor Shearing, the third part of the Team of the Year. Mate, congratulations. We just had Tom and Nick with us as well too. What do you remember as we take you back to that effort and winning that elite team sprint title?
Oh, it was pretty cool, eh? Like, the crowd was real into it. Southland team, you could hear them cheering. And for a bunch of Enduros, it's pretty cool to be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because of course, I suppose that the two, from an endurance point of view, as team pursuiters and the team sprint with that explosiveness that's required there, the two are kind of coming together a bit more these days, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely have their similarities, and that has been coming close, as you say, in recent years. Yeah.
We, of course, have a big week for you because we've got you nominated for the Junior Sportsperson of the Year after travelling to the Junior World Track Cycling Championship. So as part of this past 12 months, you stepped up into the elite ranks for the first time. How did you find that?
It is a big step, but I really enjoyed it. It's racing those guys is something else. Like, you always get to watch them racing when you're younger, and now you're racing them. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice work, mate. And I guess the question that we're asking everyone is what happens next, as we reset coming out of lockdown as well. What's your plans?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I'm currently studying, so that's been helpful over lockdown with no racing. I've got something else to focus on. But now that we're out of lockdown, I've got road nationals in a couple of weeks. So we're trying to hit that hard. And then, some domestic racing, I suppose. Won't be going overseas in the near future.
Nice, mate. Well, listen, great to check in. Do appreciate you taking the time out, and great to have caught up with you, mate. Well done on being the Southland Kia Team of the Year.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick, and congratulations again, Tom, Connor and Nicholas. To a very special award now, as our third Services to Sport recipient gave their heart and soul to the sport of tennis. As Tennis Southland's resident coach for 23 years, Peter White served up tennis in schools across the province, as well as selecting and coaching junior and senior teams at representative level. Passionate about creating tennis opportunities for anyone wanting to pick up a racket, Pete's philosophy was developed during his time playing professionally and honed under the tutelage of a master coach in Sydney. A strong foundation and an emphasis on having fun drove his approach to developing players. Never afraid of spreading the game into far corners of the province, Pete was a familiar face in places like Balfour and Riversdale for 2 decades, and he guided players, including Taylor Allen, Damien McKenzie, Richard Mulvey and Jesse Watson to national success, along with discovering and promoting Ricky and Ben McLaughlin, who would go on to college scholarships at Berkeley University. Pete was a driving force in Southland's hosting of 3 Davis Cup ties, just another highlight in the career of one of the most valued members of the Southland tennis family. And speaking of family, Nick caught up with Pete's family last week, which, as fate would have it, was just before Pete sadly passed away. Millie talked to us about what this award means.
This is epic from Pete's point of view. Absolutely overwhelmed and blown away. Tennis has been his life. It's meant the world to him. The kids, the families. He's had so much pleasure from it. He wouldn't have changed anything for the world. And the fact that he's had 27 years doing something that he absolutely loves with passion has just been the dream job. So it's, really overwhelming to be awarded this tonight.
And very deserving too. When you go through the list of achievements and contribution that he's made and events and the like that he's been involved in as well too. I mean, she's a fairly long list.
It is a long list. Pete's a passionate person, and he's someone who is of the philosophy that sport is for everyone, no matter what their ability, age, background. It's there to be enjoyed. It's there to be shared, and he has really knocked it out of the park with some champs and some results over the years, some key ones being back in the Richard Mulvey days where he had national champion with Richard. There was even Damien McKenzie, Taylor Allen. He was fundamental in finding, sourcing and coaching early on Ricky and Ben McLaughlin from Queenstown, who went on to Berkeley University and greater things. Amelia Price, first tennis player in the academy, sport academy. And then, of course, there were the key ones where he bought 3 Davis Cup ties, 2 in Invercargill in 2000, 2001 and 2004. And that was instrumental in getting other people involved and alongside the sport and to see it in person. But there were the Lions people, the ball kids, the umpires, the support crews and coaching, all the marketing, self-marketing of the sport as well, and he was fundamental in all of that and even commentated on courtside on a couple of games as well. So he loved every minute of the sport. It was a passion.
No question, and you can see that coming out of you two here today, Millie. So thanks so much for joining us, and really do appreciate you spending some time.
Thank you very much. It's a great privilege.
Thanks, Nick, and of course you, Millie. Pete, you were truly one of a kind. You'll be sadly missed not just by your sporting whānau, but by all of our community. Millie, to you, Emma, and all of your family, we send our love. And as a coach, we know that Pete would have been keenly interested in our next award, which is for the Ricoh Coach of the Year. In 2020, we have 3 outstanding sporting mentors for the South sporting talent. And to introduce our nominees, let's go to Ricoh South and Reece McDonald.
Hey, thanks Nick and Angee. Ricoh Southland are again proud to be part of the ILT Southland SportsAwards. And how exciting is it and different this year in the way the awards are coming about, but that still hasn't stopped the high calibre of nominees in this year's event. Some magical talent that's coming out of Southland yet again. So without further ado, let's see who the finalists are.
First up for cycling, Sid Cumming. As head coach of the Cycling Southland team, as well as the Cycling New Zealand Southern Performance Hub, Sid plays a vital role in ensuring the production line continues to produce top talent out of the SIT velodrome. Riders under his care again produced a myriad of top achievements, including Junior World Championship selection for Mitchell Fitzsimmons. A vital cog for Southland cycling, Sid Cumming.
And for athletics, Chris Knight. Selected as both the coach and manager of the New Zealand team for the Pacific Schools Games in Samoa, Chris's talents as both a jumps and throwing technician continue to be recognised at the national level. Under his guidance, both Quinn Hartley and Sam Collier have leapt to great success. Nailing it again in 2:19, Chris Knight.
And for softball, Chris Telfer, an assistant coach with the New Zealand girls developing sock side, which finished runner-up at the International Friendship Series in Queensland. This stalwart of Southland softball also coached the Southland women's team to second place at the Jubilee Cup and took the province's under-23 women's team to 6th at the National Championships. A coaching diamond, Chris Telfer.
So that's another 3 outstanding contributors to sport in the South this year, but there can be only one. And this year, the Ricoh Coach of the Year for 2020 is Chris Knight. Chris is standing by with Nick. Over to you, Nick.
Thanks, Angie. Yes, here he is, the Ricoh South Coach of the Year, Chris Knight. Well done, mate. You're a bit taken aback by that.
Yeah, just slightly. A bit of an understatement. Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing, really. When you've got the calibre of coaches that are coming through Southland at the moment, it's quite an honour to be nominated first and then to be a finalist and be the recipient. It's just sort of blown me away, really.
Good stuff, mate. It's been a big year, though. I mean, let's talk through some of those highlights. Pacific Games in Samoa, that was some experience.
Yeah, that was something, it was falling at the deep end because I was not only the coach, I was also the team manager as part of the NZOC delegation. Luckily, there was only 6 or 7 athletes to look after, and they were all only one under 18. The rest were all seniors. But so a bit of a baptism of fire, but really, really great experience. Thoroughly enjoyed the time there. Pity we didn't have longer, but it was really, really exciting.
Not the worst place to go for an event, Samoa, let's be fair. And of course, great times from an athletics point of view in the Deep South. You look at a couple of your young chargers, Quinn Hartley, Sam Collier, to name just a couple. Boy, there's some real up-and-comers, isn't there? So from a coach point of view, it must be a great time to be involved.
Oh, it definitely is. Well, it's always a great time to be involved. Working with that 12, 13 to 18 age group is always an honour. Because you're not only shaping them as athletes, you're also having probably some influence over what their personality is and things like that. So it's always awesome to be involved, and Sam going over and winning a silver medal at the Oceanias, not quite getting the 7 metres that he was after, but only 2 centimetres off. And then young Quinn is just, he's coming forward in leaps and bounds, pardon the pun. Being the youngest New Zealander to jump over 7 metres, youngest New Zealander to jump over 2 metres in the high jump. He's coming along and is definitely a bright prospect for the future. But there's also the other young ones that I'm working with, that did really well at nationals, winning medals and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was good effort all around, really.
Good times. Hey, Chris, congratulations, mate. Well done on Coach of the Year.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the ILT and Sports Southland.
Good on you, mate. Back to you, Angie.
Thank you, Nick, and well done again, Chris. It's certainly been a big week for athletics. And that's a great note to finish on for tonight. Do join us again tomorrow night, though. It's going to be a fantastic edition. We'll find out who our final recipient is for the Sports Southland Services to Sport Awards. And there is a huge array of young talent on show for our Vodafone Junior Sportsperson of the Year. Until then, take care. Ka kite.